So we'll get started then. So just sitting down on your mats for me, nice and comfortably. However you sit comfortably, I like to have my legs staggered. As long as you're sitting up nice and tall, pushing your shoulders away. And just closing your eyes and centering yourselves on the mat. Taking some nice deep breaths. And then let's take the head to the side. Pulling down on the neck. Lengthening it out. Pushing the shoulder away to get it a little bit further. And come back to the center and do the same on the other side. Let the weight of your arm pull down on your neck, lengthening it out, pushing the shoulder away. And let's tip the head forward. So your chin is on your chest, hands go behind your head, and let the weight of both arms pull down on your neck. Try not to crumple forward, try to sit nice and tall. You just got your head on your chest, so you're stretching the muscles in the back of your neck and in the top of your back. And release your arms, and let's circle the head round, going 3 times one way, and then when you get back to the beginning, go 3 times the other way. And sitting up nice and tall. And sticking those legs out in front of you so that they're nice and long. We're going to slide forwards and back along those legs, stretching those hands as far down your legs as you can. You might be able to get to your toes. You might not be able to get just there yet, but you might be able to get to your knees or your ankles. Either way, you're going as far as you can. Leaning forward. Last time, and coming back to sitting nice and tall. Bringing one foot into the side of your thigh and pushing the other one down. And you're reaching as far as you can, and we're going to go over and up. Over and up. So you're taking the hand all the way to meet your other hand and your toes, and then taking it back down all the way to the floor. A nice big arc all the way up, and you're bending your body as well. Last time, going over and up, and then we're going to change sides. So other foot goes on the middle, on the inside of your thigh, reaching to wherever it is that you can reach. And we're tipping over and up, over and up. Taking the hand to meet your other hand, and then taking it down all the way to the floor. Taking your head as low as you can towards your knee, trying to get a little bit further every single time. And let's do it one more time, going over and coming back up. And let's bring both of our feet together, pushing those knees down flat to the floor if you can. And from here, we're sitting nice and tall, but we're going to be bending forwards. So we're going to be taking the chin to the chest, and then taking your forehead to your toes. And you're bending one vertebrae at a time before rolling back up. So you're trying to get as close to your toes as you can. Now if you joined in the yoga last night, you'll find that you get a lot lower when you do it in the evening than when you do it in the morning. So make sure we do it nice and slow, so we have the control of the muscles either side of your spine. Let's do it one more time. And coming back up, lovely. And let's stick those legs out nice and long, nice and wide, so they're as wide as you can. And from here we're going to be going from one side to the other. So we start over at one side, taking the head to the knee, and then arch your arms through the air to the other side. And trying to get your head as close to your knees as you can. And again, you'll find that you're much better at this one in the evening, because you'll have had all day to loosen up your body as you're doing stuff. It's everyday stuff. Whereas in the morning, you've just woken up, you've been in one position for a long time, and you need to wake up your body. And let's go over one more time, and back to the centre. And we're going to be sliding our hands forward and back, so have them on the floor, and we're going forward and back, forward and back. And you're taking your chest as close to the floor as you can, while still keeping your head up, so we don't want to be bending the back too much. Keep going forward, feeling the stretch in your inside thigh and in your hamstrings. Trying to get a little bit further every single time you do it. And let's do it one more time. Forwards and back, lovely. And let's bring those legs in together nice and long again. And we'll put one leg over the other. And then opposite hand to that bent knee goes across your knee, and I want you pushing away and looking behind you. And I want you to push against that knee a little bit further, so you can twist a little bit more. And then you hold it for a few seconds, and then push again. And keep repeating that process. You get a little bit further. You get a bigger and bigger twist in your trunk every single time you do it. And release and come back to the centre. Legs long, and take your other foot over the top. And exactly the same, opposite arm to your knee. Push it against it, and you're looking behind you. And hold it there for a few seconds, and then once you're a bit more comfortable, push again and push even further. Hold it for a few seconds and push again, keeping it going a little bit further every time. Get a nice big twist in your trunk, and release it back to the centre. Lovely. Let's bring those feet in, hands forward onto your hands and knees. So we're going to be doing our first cat to cows. So we're going to do cat first. We're going to push the back up into the air and let the head go down to your chest. Get a nice arch in your back, stretching the muscles along either side of your spine. And we're going to do cow, so it's the opposite. You're pushing your belly down and you're looking up at the ceiling. Get a nice stretch in your core. And let's do cat, so pushing your back up. And let's do cow, pushing your belly down. And we're going to do one more time of each, so let's push up for cat. and then come back to your table position. And let's put our feet out behind us so we're in a nice strong plank. And from here you're going to drop down into chaturanga, holding it just above the floor if you can, and then push up into your up dog. So your feet are flat on the floor, your knees are on the floor, your arms are straight if you can, but if that is too much then just bend them, but don't let your ears go into your shoulders, push them away. And from here we're going to put the toes to the floor, push the bum up into the air, into your downward dog. And I want our legs nice and straight and our arms straight as well, with our bum in the air and our arms and our back all in line, so you're at a nice triangle with the floor. And then when you're ready, I want you to start pedaling your feet. So one heel at a time goes into the floor as you're pushing it down and stretching those ankles and those calves. So mobilising the ankles as well. And let's walk those feet forward towards our hands. And we're going to roll up nice and slow with a big inhale up and an exhale down. So we're going to do our sun salutation. We're going to do it nice and slow, really getting into those moves. We really mobilise and warm up that body just a little bit more. So let's start with a nice big inhale up. And falling all the way to the floor. So your legs are nice and straight and you're letting your arms and your head hang. And then take your hands behind your back, bind your fingers and let yourself tip over. First shoulder opener. We're not doing too much on the shoulders today, so I wanted to get it in here. And release it down. And I want you to get your hands flat on the floor, so if you need to bend your knees to get there, that's fine. But get your hands flat and you're either stepping or jumping back into your plank position. Nice and strong here. Body is all in line with your shoulders over your hands. And we're going to drop down to chaturanga. Hold it just above if you can. And push up into up dog. Second up dog, so if you want to lift your legs up, that's absolutely fine. So your points of contact are your feet and your hands. But if that's too much on your lower back, just stay here. When you lift up your legs, you're going to be working your back a little bit more. But if you want to just stay here and have a nice good stretch, that's absolutely fine. And let's pop those toes to the floor, lift the bum up and push back into downward dog. And have a good pedal. Mobilising those ankles and those calves as you push the heel down into the floor. And walking those feet towards your hands. And rolling up nice and slow with a big inhale up and an exhale down. So we're going to do that again, but we're going to go through it a little bit faster. So let's do a nice big inhale up and falling to the floor. And then hands go behind your back, bind your fingers and let them tip over, stretching your chest and your shoulders. And release them down. Get your hands flat, bend your knees if you need to, and jump or step your feet back into your plank. We're going to lower down to Chaturanga, hold it just above, and push up into up dog with your feet flat, pushing your shoulders away from your ears, bending your elbows if you need to, or keeping them straight. Toes down, back into downward dog, and let's pedal. And then walking those feet forward towards your hands. And roll up nice and slowly. With a big inhale at the top. And an exhale down. Lovely. So hopefully now that body's nice and warm and it's all mobilised and you can work hard. So we're going to start really strengthening up those legs. So we're going to start with some chair pose. So I want those feet underneath your hips. So you're all stacked up, standing nice and tall. When we sink down, you're going to bend your knees and push your bum back, and you're going to lift your arms so that they are either side of your head. In 3, 2, 1, we're going to sink down, bum goes back, and your arms go up either side of your head. So you're keeping the chest up, and we're going to hold it here. Really good move to strengthen your legs. It's not about how deep you go, it's about how deep you can go with your chest up. And release. Lovely. So if you want to stay with that one, that's absolutely fine. But if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you're going to put your ankle on top of your knee, and we're going to do a one-legged chair pose. And we're going to sink down like this with those arms up again, okay? We're going to obviously do it on each side. So if you want to stay with the normal chair pose, that's absolutely fine. So one ankle on your knee, sink down, finding your balance, lifting your arms up either side of your head, and we're going to hold it here. So again, we're strengthening that leg, but we're also opening up the hips, testing the balance. And release. Lovely. And we're going to do the same pose but on the other side. So find your balance, ankle goes on top of the knee, and when you're ready, we're sinking down into that chair. Strength, stretch and balance. It hits all three. And release. Lovely. So now I want the feet wider than the hips. We're going to do a nice big inhale up, and I want us to sink down with our hands up. So we're in our goddess pose now. So the hands are either side of your head, knees are bent, a little bit wider than chair. Take those hands down and put them onto your knees, keeping the chest up, keeping your knees bent. So this is strengthening up your glutes and your quads and your hamstrings, but it's also opening up your hips again as well. And we're going to go a little bit lower, and we're going to go down onto our elbows, still keeping the legs where they were. The chest is a bit lower, but try not to be leaning too far forward. And from here, we're going to put our hands to the floor and bum in the air so the legs are straight. And you should feel it all flush out. Goddess is a good pose. So from here, we're going to swing ourselves over to one side and hold onto the foot or the leg, wherever it is that you can reach. And you're going to push the side of your body out so you get a nice good stretch in the side of your body as well as your hamstrings. And then walk your feet over to the other side and push it out. And back to the center. And from here, we're going to walk our hands back to the first side and we're going to turn our feet and come into a runner's lunge. So your foot is in line with both your hands and that knee is bent and the back leg is out behind you nice and long. Holding it here, so this is strengthening up your quads on your front leg and it's also stretching that hip flexor on the back leg. And from here we're going to turn into our rainbow pose, so we're going to twist again, but we're dropping the bum down so that this foot is nice and flat with our bent knee, and then this leg is going to the side and it's nice and long. And then you have your hands wherever it is that you need them to keep your balance. But if you can, stick the elbow into your knee and do your prayer hands. Shuffle our way all the way to the other side, and it's the rainbow pose again with the leg nice and long. This foot is flat with the knee bent. Have your hands wherever it is that you need them, but if you can, stick it into your knee, into your prayer hands. And from here we're going to twist into our runner's lunge again. So the back leg is nice and long, front knee is bent, and the foot is in line with your hands. And from here we're going to take that foot back so you're in a plank position. And then we're going to twist it into our side plank. Now you hold your side plank however you like. We're going to build up through the options, so it's up to you how far you take it. I want one hand up into the air, so you're really opening the chest, and I want you to bring that top foot forward and have it resting on your inside thigh. Only if you want to. And then drop the foot behind you and let the weight of your arm pull you back. So you're really opening up your body, you're pushing your belly up into the air, opening up your chest. And then let's come back with the foot on the inside thigh, hand in the air. And we're going to roll it back round into your plank with your knees on the floor. And let's go to child's pose and just rest for a few seconds before we do that on the other side. So let's come back to table, feet out into plank, and then we're going to do side plank on the other side. And just like before, we're going to take it up through the levels and you go as high as you feel comfortable. So we start with the hand in the air, and then when you're ready, bring the foot up and place it on your inside thigh. foot goes behind, and we're pushing the belly up, letting the arm hang out behind you. And come back, arm in the air, foot on the inner thigh. And the leg goes out, back to front plank, knees down, into your child's pose. Big strength move, that one. And it's a lot on the wrists. And let's come back into your plank, feet out nice and long. Drop it down to chaturanga and push up into up dog. And then feet down into down dog, and let's pedal our feet, pushing the heels down to the floor, one at a time. Bum in the air in a nice triangle. And let's walk those feet forward towards our hands. And let's just hold it down here for a little bit longer. And I want you to put your arms behind your legs. Walk your hands down so that you're really holding tight to each other, and you're pulling yourself in towards your legs. So every time you pull yourself in, you should feel a good stretch in your lower back as you're pulling your chest towards your knees. And then as you get a little bit further, you might be able to pull yourself in a bit more. And release. And let's roll up nice and slow. With a big inhale up. And an exhale down. Lovely. We're going to take ourselves to the floor. So let's take a big inhale up. Hands together, and let's sink down into a nice low squat. And then if you want to, we can have a little go at some crow. We only did it once yesterday, so if you want to have a little go today. So you put your hands onto the floor and you're tipping forward and balancing on those hands. Remembering that if you can't quite get it, just bounce on those big toes. Pick one foot up, pick the other foot up until you find that balance. And tipping back down, hands on the floor, down onto your knees. And let's pop the legs out and lay ourselves down nice and flat on the floor. Arms out wide, let's do a nice shoulder opener. It's always good to do one in the beginning of the day. So keep your elbow on the floor, and we're going to tip over, pushing the shoulder into the floor, lifting up the other arm. Letting the leg come over as well, so you get a nice stretch with the sides of your body across your core. Push your trunk. And then drop the elbow to the floor. And we're doing the same on the other side. Letting the leg go over so you get a nice twist in your core and your trunk. And lifting up the elbow. So pushing the opposite shoulder into the floor, opening up your chest, opening up your shoulders. And take it back down to the floor. let's roll over onto our backs. And I want us to do a nice happy baby pose. So bring both your feet up into the air, grab hold of the outside of your foot, and I want you to pull your legs down so your knees go wider than your body. So you should feel a nice stretch in your hips and in your hamstrings. And from here we're going to just rock ever so gently from side to side. So it's a nice massage on your lower back. That should be pressed into the floor. Your legs go down nice and long, and we're going to do a nice big twist to finish. So bring your knee in and sending it across the other side of your body. Arm goes out nice and long. Readjust yourself to get more comfortable and to get a deeper stretch, and you're pushing the knee into the floor and you're pushing your shoulder into the floor as well. So you get a really big twist here. Back to the centre and do the same on the other side. So bringing the knee in, sending it across your body, readjusting your hips and your shoulders to get a bigger stretch, pushing the knee to the floor and pushing the shoulder to the floor as well. And you're looking away from that knee so you get an even bigger twist. Starts at your knee, goes all the way to your shoulder. Back to the centre and lie flat on your back with your palms at your sides, palms facing up, closing your eyes, breathing deeply. We're just going to take a minute or two, just relax that body. So try and empty your mind, just focus on your breathing, not thinking about anything else. Letting the energy run through your body all the way to your fingertips and all the way to your toes. Taking nice deep breaths, allowing your shoulders to fall deeper into the mat. When you're ready, just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, bringing that life back into your body. And in your own time, come up to sitting